college, basketball, football, or any type of sport. That's all right. Yeah. So seeing one of my friends suffering from the basketball team, his name is William. He plays at USC for the basketball team, and he has financial problems for the classes, for dorms and books, and he can afford it. But right now he could afford because he applied a loan for his second year. So if the NCAA would pay those student athletes a reasonable amount of monies, then my friend William, he could really finish college on time within 4 years, or maybe 2 years of playing in the basketball team and go off to the NBA. So according to Peterson, a staff member from sports in college stated that if one hoped to make the team and perhaps even athletic scholarship, you have to get your name out there. So what it means is, so getting into a good college and playing for the sport team is everyone's dream if you want to get into a professional sport team. You have to be in Division I or Division II. So, and most students would rely on scholarships to stay on the team, or unless you're really good enough, the school will pay for you. So my cousin plays in a hockey team when he was in college, but he had the same situation as my friend William. He has financial problem, so he had to quit the hockey team and concentrate on the sport. So first, I will talk about the unfairness, the NCAA not paying their athlete. Next, I will talk about how will the extra expenses will help those student athletes. And lastly, why is it good to pay those student athletes a reasonable amount of money. So the unfairness that they don't get paid, like the NCAA is responsible for this. So the NCAA rules says that they don't get paid, and in NCAA President Mark Emmert says fans understand college players aren't good enough as professionals. Yes, that's true. And the NCAA also argues that the student athletes go to the college is not just for the sport, it's for their education. So that's why they won't get paid. Multi-block and opinion communist speaks for the unfairness of the student by stated it would be unfair to other students. The NCAA used to argue by other students don't get scholarships as much as the student athletes. Money's from tickets, teams, project, and nothing goes to the athletes. Like NCAA makes like almost more than 1 million a year for Division I and Division II, and the student gets nothing. Now I just talk about the unfairness of NCAA not paying their athletes. Next, I will talk about how giving the student athletes extra expenses, like a spending $2,000 would help them with school stuff. So, like, provides a split $2,000 for the meals, dorms, books, and extra monies to have fun, just to forget about practice, because those athletes, like only like within 12 hours, only use 3.3 hours to study for school, and the rest is just for practice. And even on some weekend, they do practice also. Now, like really less colleges provide a reasonable amount of money to students according to news on Inside Hiders Education this year on January 27, stated that college student athletes graduate at rates higher than college students in general. Like that's more than 10 years ago. If the NCAA would pay them a reasonable amount of salaries, then this rate would go up higher than more student athletes will graduate from college. Now I just talk about how giving the student athletes extra spending $2,000 would help them finish college. So now I will talk about what is a reasonable amount of salaries or amounts that the NCAA could pay them. Get a share for the tickets, schools, advertisement, and teams projects. So when fans come to watch them, they buy the tickets, and they will shop at the store for the team's product. But the school's advertisement is only for the school only. They cannot go to commercial if they are on the team. Like on TV, they can't do that, but school will put advertisements using their face. So I think the students should get a share of that. And $1,000 to $2,000 a game for the student athletes, so they could really finish their college career at the college. So in a New York Daily article, Philip Bondy, sports writer, says, the hope is a union of university athletes concentrate on the competitive environment and the payment also. Mr. Philip argued that those athletes are fighting and working as hard as their education on the sport team, and there is no reason why the NCAA don't pay them. Now I just finished my last point of how talk about how NCAA should pay their athletes a reasonable amount of money. So to get NCAA to pay their athletes, it is really difficult because it have a lot of people have challenged ideas of paying the student athletes. And to end it, I just finished talking about the unfairness of NCAA not paying the athletes. Second, how to help the student athletes with expenses for school stuff. And lastly, why is it good to pay them a reasonable amount of time? I hope in the future the NCAA really pay the student athletes a reasonable amount of monies and salaries for them to finish college.